go ahead and get started here. First, I'd like to introduce myself and welcome everybody here. My name is Jimmy Polet. I am the Division II and Division III Account Manager here at FastModel Sports. I am joined today by Casey Kisiah from Synergy. She's an account advisor there, and she's going to help us show our entire prep to presentation platform between Synergy and FastModel Sports. We announced our Synergy partnership between FastModel Sports and Synergy about a year ago, a little over a year ago now, and we've been able to build a whole new platform. With that, being able to benefit you as coaches, being able to improve your presentation to players with both video and your scouting reports and fast draw from FastModel. Over this year, we've had amazing feedback from a lot of coaches at all levels, but especially at the Division II and Division III level. So we want to be able to provide, this presentation specifically for you. Our plan, based on this amazing feedback, is to kind of keep building on this momentum. This is the beginning of the partnership and the first steps in this. So we're going to continue building for you to help improve all of your pregame scout workflows. A couple housekeeping items before we get started. We will be accepting questions throughout this entire webinar. Please utilize that Q&A functionality. We will be able to see all questions. We are recording all questions. We may or may not be able to get to your question throughout this webinar, but we will definitely, if we don't get to it in the webinar, we will reach out to you afterwards and answer that question for you. So please utilize that throughout. We are recording and tracking all of them. Another thing, a lot of you probably ask if this is going to be recorded. It will be recorded and it will be placed on YouTube. So if you ever need to watch it again or share it with another coach, you will be able to access that link and be able to share it via YouTube link. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome Casey to the stage here, and she's going to start with your prep with Synergy. So take it away, Casey.
Hey, thanks, Jimmy. First of all, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us today. We are super excited about this partnership. So I'll just go ahead and dive in. I'm going to share my screen here. 1 second. Okay, Jimmy, can you guys see?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, awesome. All right. I know most of you have in the past or are currently still using the Synergy products. This is the Synergy editor. What I've already done is I sent over all the clips from this Truman State at Drury. And what I'm going to do is make a scout from these clips. So first, what I'm going to do, I'd like to filter this by the player. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit this filter button. And we'll say, we'll go with Haley. So now I've just filtered this by the player Haley. Once we go over here, I think I just want to look at all of her make 2 points. So I'm going to choose that filter as well. So now that I have these, I want to send them over to the scout that I had made. So I'm going to open this up. And just as a tip, if you guys didn't know, if you hold down Shift, you can click the first one, go down to the last one, choose all of these, drag them over to your custom edit for your scout. So now we have those in there. That was just to kind of show you how to drag them over to get them into your own custom edit. Right now, I'm actually going to just kind of take these out in case. So yeah, we can go ahead and delete those. What I wanted to show you also is, I'm going to go ahead and play this. So on these clips, you can also trim in and out. So if you don't want, the whole, 30-second clip or however long it is, you can absolutely trim it to as long as you want to. You just hit trim in to start and trim out to end it. Or we do have hotkeys that you can assign to that as well. Okay, and then say I just want these single clips. Maybe I don't want all of these. I can also just pick and choose in here which ones that I want to send over to my custom edit. And do you guys have any questions so far? Okay, I don't see anything, so I'm gonna keep on going. So now what I wanted to show you guys is the tagging capability. I did already put some tags in here, but just real quick, I just kind of want to show you how we can create those tags very quickly. So this manual clip here, this is a clip that you'll have to press to start and then press to stop it. So that is the time frame that it has. Okay, so we're going to make this offense. I'm going to post single. Okay, so that's just how easy it is to make a tag. What I'm going to do is import a tagging template that I have previously created. Okay, so now we've got all of these different tags. You can also take this tagging window, move it to a separate screen so you have a more surface area to play around with. So you see, you saw that populate this information here with that tag that I just pressed. So it's that simple, just pressing one button. Now I want to drag all of these over to this custom edit. Okay, so now at this point I have created my custom edit. I'm going to let Jimmy take it over from here. Unless you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask anything that you want to.
All right. Thank you, Casey. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on the Q&A, and Casey will be around continuing to answer any of those questions that you might have. But let's jump over to FastScout here. And I think this is the one I want. So you should be able to see FastScout here. You can see that I am presenting, or I'm in FastScout with all of the scouting reports in our Scout library. What's really nice about this FastScout platform is that all of your coaches are able to log in, access the same place at fastscout.fastmodelsports.com. So as you create a scout, the rest of your coaching staff can see that scout here in the Scout library. You'll be able to work on it. If you want other coaches to help out, they're gonna be able to help out as well. So it's no longer kind of relegated to just one simple computer or anything like that. It's designed to be an all-encompassing platform with FastScout, FastDraw, and now Synergy as well. So I'm here. I'm going to jump into this Drury Scout that I've created. So as Casey did for us with creating, that Scout with Drury, how to be able to jump in and be able to add those in. So you can see here a few things that we have. What we call it our templates. You're able to build out as many different templates as you want. This is just the one that I personally use, and I think it works well for me. But all coaches, they like to present different options on their page, different things to their players. So we designed this with that in mind, that you can kind of easily create and edit what you want to do for your scouting. So if I jump down here to an additional page, you can see this Drury page. I can easily add any of these, what we call tiles, to that page. So it's going to range from, basic text or images, which would be like a PNG or MP3 file, a JPEG file, or you can do stuff with stats. So it's going to include team stats like a box score or comparison stats or stat splits, stuff like that. Or personnel leaders, who are the best players or worst players at a particular team at a stat. So it's easy to kind of filter for maybe like best or worst free throw shooters. You can see recent games, depth chart, and then you can kind of customize things your own way as well with a custom table or even advanced stats, clutch stats. Then you can even add shot charts or plays to this report. So when you're adding something to a page, pretty simple. You can place it on the page. You can drag and drop it wherever you would like. You're going to be able to change the title of any of these. So I think I have offensive keys at the top. I'll just type in offensive keys, and it's just that easy to kind of create different tiles, and then you'll be able to go and type in. Or I'll show a stats one here, just a quick second. We'll do, FastScout factors, which is similar to 4 factors. I can add that tile in. And then you're seeing those different stats in comparison to where, what that team does, what the league average does, what the conference average does, et cetera. But let's jump into this specific report and some of the things that you can do, especially with integrating with Synergy. One of the things that Casey did throughout there was specifically tagging certain things. Now, what do those tags provide value for? It's kind of an organizational structure, right? And that you're going to be able to want to present that to your players in a certain way or to your coaches in a certain way. Simply come into any of these particular tiles. So you see like keys to win or offensive keys or defensive keys, stuff like that. And each one on the top left-hand corner here has a little video icon that will allow you to add video. So simply click there. So I'll do it for offensive keys here. Be able to add video. I can do this either from a computer as an MP4 or MOV file, but the real value add is this from Synergy. So what's going to pull up is our Synergy editor here. And let me filter by the ones Casey has made. And we can see all these clips that she's made, the Drury Scout one that she just did. I'll open that up and we can see all those particular things. So we can see that she clipped out, that she trimmed that one particular clip. That she's created all these tags on there, and I can even filter by that tag. So maybe I want to filter by motion. That's a key to my offense. I want to add these clips in to that particular tile. I'll just add all 6 here in this instance, and you can see that I'm adding 6 clips from this particular edit, and it's in the system just like this. So now I have all 6 clips in here. I'm able to go in, I can change the title if I want to change the title. We have your default Synergy information that populates there. And then you can add any notes for the players as well, right down there at the bottom. So I'm going to pause here just a second to answer any questions. I think I've seen a few populate. Is FastScout and Synergy the same login? That's a great question. The login for Synergy, so the login for you're going to have a separate account for FastScout, but when you log into Synergy, it's going to be the same account from FastScout. So the one step that I kind of skipped here was the actual logging into Synergy from FastScout. I did that before this started. So all I did was log into my Synergy account in FastScout, and then I'm able to see all those clips and edits. Awesome. Any more questions? All right, we got another one. Great question. How are players accessing the Scout through the portal via the link? I will make sure to cover that. That will be just a couple minutes down the road here, Brian. But thank you for asking. All right. So I'm going to continue here, and I'll make sure to answer as many questions. I'll pause throughout, but just so we're keeping going, kind of continue with a lot of this. Again, you can change the title. So I'm just going to call this a sample title here, just so we can see what that looks like in the mobile app. And I'll call this sample notes, just so we can see the notes, what that would look like for the players as well. So now I can see on offensive keys that I've added 6 videos to that particular tile. And all these tiles are going to work independently, just like that. So I'm going to jump down to personnel. I think personnel is a big part of scouting, and what you can do and what you're going to do for, when you're looking at an upcoming team. So I'm going to use Haley Deiselkamp. That was the person that Casey used. So we'll kind of talk about her. The automated populated information that we are providing here is the player picture here, the name, the number, position, height, and class, all of these different stats for that particular player, and the shot chart. The only thing that I have entered in manually myself as a coach is the text information that you want to add in. With all of this too, all of it is customizable. I can come in here and edit what stats are being populated. So I'm going to just show this to you quickly. With the stats, maybe I personally like to show a lot about turnovers and assist to turnover ratio. I can show those in there. Maybe I don't care as much about seeing, total field goal made and attempted. I only care about percentages. You can control what you're showing, what you're not showing with stats. And you can see that down here at the bottom. You can kind of rearrange that order to whatever order you want to put that in. And the same thing goes for the games and the splits. I have it as all in last 5 games to begin with. There's a lot of different options you can do. You can do last season, you can do conference games. You can even customize your split to be the exact games you want it to be. And if we play this team, you can also choose the stats about, that particular game and show that particular game as well, as a single line item. So when I'm saying like these different splits, what that means is what you see here, all in last 5, I can have a bunch of different line items there, showing off those different stats. And so like how we talked about like all those different tiles at the top, offensive keys, defensive keys, keys to win, they all act independently. All of the players do as well. So you can see each player is kind of different here, but you also have the option to add video to each individual player. So again, I'm going to come in here, add to Haley, click here from Synergy, and then again, find that particular edit, the Jury Scout. And then I'm going to filter. I can filter easily by that particular player if I want to filter by the player, but I'll make sure to show this in and out time one. So I'm going to select just these 3 clips, hit done, and I'm going to add those 3 clips to that particular player. So you can see them in here. That in and out time has been reflected as well. So if you are trimming in the Synergy editor, and when you're going to play on our mobile apps, you'll be able to see that the players are only going to see, the portion that you clipped out. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to pause for just a second to answer a couple questions that have came in. Does FastScout automatically upload the stats to the tile, or do we have to manually do it? That's a great question. FastScout does have the capability to automatically update stats. It will depend on, what league you're in, but throughout the NCAA, we have the capability to auto generate these stats for you, and we can update them almost in real time. So as you create a scouting report, it's going to automatically update all the way to the date of the game for you. So you don't have to ever change it or anything like that. We take care of the stats. Another question, are the shot charts new for D3 this year? Yes, they are brand new for D3 this year. We are happy to be able to announce that we are able to present that information, and we will have that available for Division III this year. The headshots were automatically uploaded, or does that need to be entered manually? That does not need to be entered manually. They are automatically done for you as well. So everything that you see here on this page for this particular player has all been automatically done for you. The only thing, again, that I've entered in is this text information in that particular tile. That is what I've done to be able to kind of just show you some of the things that you can do. But other than that, player picture, player information, that's all taken care of for you. All right. All right, so let's show here. Let me get out of this. All right, so now let's say I've gone through my entire scout and I have entered in all the information I want to enter in. I've added the videos that I want to enter in, but now I want to show this to my players. You can print off those scouts. So what we were looking at in the scouting report was the actual printed off piece of paper that if you did print it out. So it's really valuable, especially if you want to have some sort of thing on the bench to be able to have quick reference on there. But where this comes in, where the Synergy and the FastScout integration really has a lot of value is particularly with our mobile app. So our mobile app is first available on Android devices, iPhone, and iPad devices. So there's separate apps for each. They all work really well. And you'll be able to have that access for all of your players. So what you'll do on for any given scout, just come in here to this little status icon and you'll see that little mobile glyph. You can see that before I do this, you can see that this one is gray. That means mobile access is not enabled. And then you can see these 4, which shows that those are enabled for you. So all you'll need to do is click on that particular thing, and then you're going to be able to see all the coaches and players listed on your account. So you can see like coach 2, player 1, player 2, player 3. I can select individual players or individual coaches that I want to send it to, or I can click here and select all. So by selecting all, that means I'm just going to pump it out, send it to everyone, which you're going to do most of the time. Or send it to all your coaches. I think those are kind of the 2 most common ones we see. But you can send them to individual players or individual coaches if you would like to. But when you're ready, you'll hit save. And you can see now that that mobile access has been enabled. And then let me share my mobile app here. We'll be able to come in here, go into that. And now you can see the scouting reports that we have here. And now we can see that that new scouting report is in the system. So I have all the other ones that we've put in, like the ones that were already there. But now you can see the Drury Panthers one as well. I can easily click into that. And now all those tiles that we saw throughout the report are nice and easy to see in the mobile app. So for instance, offensive keys, it saves the formatting and everything like that. Let me move this out of the way down here. And then you can see all those video clips attached as well. So easily for players, it's easy to see all the different things that you've typed in for them, and then they're going to be able to back that up with that video from Synergy. So I can either go in and play each one individually. So you can see I have the title and notes down here that I manually put in. I can go in and play that. And it's going to play super nicely, super easily. It might be a little glitchy just over a webinar like this in the stream, but on the app, I can tell you it's running really smoothly. Let me play this all the way through so we can see that. And then there's the option, obviously you can play one clip at a time. That might be a little bit tedious if you have a bunch of clips like you have here, but players are going to also have the option to play all. So they can easily just come in, and it's just going to play all the clips right in order, just nice and easily like that for them. And then they're going to easily be able to go throughout the entire report. So you can see all those different tiles that we had on our page right there for them. So I'm going to kind of show a few of them to you. So like top scorers, we can see, the top players and the points per game, something like that. And then let's go to a player. So you can easily see the player, the information here. Move this right there. So we have that player information up there at the top, nice and easy to see. All the stats information that we have in, all of the different text that we entered in, and then shot chart there. And then down at the bottom is all those videos. And again, you can easily just come in here, play those videos nice and easily right from Synergy. And you can see that with this one started, at that 4-second mark, and it'll end early because it's reflecting that trimming that we did in the Synergy editor. And then the last one I want to show on here is like fast draw plays in the scouting report themselves. We'll be able to see the frames that you've put into the scouting report throughout the report, and then those videos at the bottom as well. All right, I'm going to pause a quick second again for a few questions I saw we had. So let me go ahead and do that again. Could Casey show or tag against Synergy? Yes, we'll make sure to show that at the end here as well, just to go through that tagging portion again. For the play all, can the players see the headings for each clip? Yes, they will be. It'll be kind of a glyph on the bottom for them to be able to see that. When you send the scout out to the mobile app, can the players edit anything? Are the coaches only allowed to edit? Great question here. So when you do a scout, the coaches are the only ones that have access to edit, and they'll be able to access from that web platform. On the mobile app itself, is for both coaches and players, is just a viewing tool. So you'll be able to view scouts always through the mobile app, and players will only be able to view. Players can also view on the website, but again, they can only see the scouting reports that coaches send to them. So coaches have full editing capabilities. Players have no editing capabilities. They can only view the scouts that you sent them. All right, I got another question here about how to input FastDraw into the Scout. I will cover that in just a second here. And then mobile, I have another question about mobile app availability. It is available on iPad, iPhone, and Android. So you'll be able to access it from any of those 3 platforms. So phone and iPad. Awesome. And then, awesome. All right. And again, I apologize if I don't get to your question. We are getting a lot of them coming in. So I might not get to all of them, but if you do ask a question, we will make sure to reach out to you after this individually for you as well to make sure you get that. Awesome. So I kind of want to talk about a few more things, with the mobile app. Here specifically, up here in the top is this little download icon. That's going to be able to download that entire scout and all the video to your iPad, so you're going to be able to work offline. So you're not going to have to necessarily worry about an internet connection. While you're on Wi-Fi, hit that download button. It's going to download all the videos to the phone or iPad, and then afterwards, it's going to stay on there and undownload itself 7 days later. So it's not going to continue to take up space on the phone. It's only going to take up the space while you need it. So in FastDraw here, you're easily able to see all your season, team, and series, and filter by those particular ones as well. And what I did is I just came in here to add video from Synergy, and you'll be able to go in and add from that particular one. So I filtered again here for post, took those 3 clips, added that into the FastDraw play, just like that. And then you can delete video clips really easily as well if you want to delete them, simply just with a click of a button. But when you're ready to send out to the mobile app, again, you can just click here, send to the mobile app, hit save, and then I'll go to the mobile app and just show what that looks like from the mobile app. Like this, come here, you can see that you get the push notification that the new play has been added. And then we'll back out of that. And then down here at the bottom, you have plays and playbooks that you get sent here. You can easily go into plays. And then we looked at 2 over, can go into that particular play, see those frames, and then all those video clips down there at the bottom. And you can easily play all or each clip individually as well. That was my bad on the show, not showing that. I apologize for that, but hopefully that makes sense. All again you have to do to get the plays up here to the website is go to into FastDraw. There's going to be a Fast Share button. It's going to be done automatically for you. That works the same as what the sync button did in the past, but it just uploads everything here as well. And that works both the same for plays as it does for playbooks as well. All right, let's go to Q&A here. I'll answer any questions. Can you see if a player has looked at a report? Perfect segue to what I was going to talk about next here. So let's show that here. If we go back to the Scouts tab here, I'll be able to click in to any of these reports. You'll see this little 3-dot menu here on the right-hand side. I can click there and I have a few different options. This mobile usage is going to be the one that you're going to utilize for that specific functionality of being able to see if a player or coach has looked at that report. So you can see that myself as the user, I'm the one that's been sent to. I'm the only one that has opened it. As each of your players open the scout, they will appear here on this list. So it'll be a list of each one individually. You can see how many tiles I opened in that scouting report and how many videos I watched. So that will be easy for you to track. You can see that I watched one full video all the way to completion. So that's why it's reflecting as one. And I opened 6 of the tiles. So that's why it's showing 6 tiles there. So you're going to be able to get a good amount of information to know if your players are looking at the scouting reports that way. Great question there. Thank you. Awesome. And see if we have any other there. Just in the iPad. Sorry about that again. About the mobile app. I apologize for that. All right. I'll continue with the last thing I want to show here for you, and that is what we call presenter mode. We wanted to just take a solution to the problem of you have your players in your film room. You want to be able to show them your scouting report and all of your synergy clips. You want to be able to kind of do that with one integrated platform. You can do that again through FastScout here. So there's this option here called presenter mode. And that's going to pull up what we call a presentation of that particular scouting report. It's going to take that entire scouting report, all the tiles, and it's going to basically turn them into slides in a slideshow. So you can see here, it's introducing that report. I'll go in, I could talk about that particular slide. So this is keys to win. Then I can go to offensive keys, and then I can go into the videos that I have attached to that and kind of easily just play right through them. And then go throughout the report. Can go to stats, can go to a player, can kind of scroll through players just like this, and even go into like the fast draw plays themselves, and then the video on the fast draw plays that I have added to the scouting report. So you'll be able to go through your report nice and easily. It's a great way to be able to present that to your players, and also be able to integrate the work that you've done in the Synergy editor for them. Yep. And then also, if you want to just send out videos, you're able to send out full videos to players just separate from scouting reports or plays. You can add that from Synergy, or you can do full practice clips or game clips or something like that as an MP4 MOV file. And then on the mobile app, there's the 4th tab there with that videos. Awesome. So I'll pause again here for questions. If there are any. Oh yeah, we wanted Casey to kind of go over creating a tag again. So I'll let her take the screen from me and show that portion again if she could.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Okay. So I went ahead and opened up my custom edit that I made earlier. So when you want to start tagging, you go ahead and start playing the video. We're going to go over here to tag. Once we click on that, it brings up your tagging window. I know someone else had a question about the tagging templates, which I'll touch on as well. But this is where you would create them. You have to make sure you're in edit mode to create, so you can create a manual clip. We'll just say, it's for offense, post single. Okay, and there I have created that tag right there. So you can either create your own templates within this tagging, or you can import them. You can import them. So from the file, that is from your computer, from tagging templates that you have made or other people have sent you. Also the cloud, you can save it to the cloud, so the rest of your staff members, they can also access those templates once you save it to the cloud. So I'm actually just going to choose File. And again, I mean, this is just one that I made earlier. And as your video is going, again, you just and it's kind of hard to see exactly because I usually put this on my other screen. And actually I have to put it in tagging mode first. I forget to do that every time. So now we've got the video playing, and if you look over here to the side, you'll see, let's see, let me scroll over a little bit. It tagged that there with motion man offense. And someone did ask about the tagging templates. So if there was anywhere for those to be downloaded from. We don't have the tagging templates available on the website. However, if you get with your account manager, they usually have some that they've created that they can send you, and you can kind of tweak for your own program. Also, if you call support, they can also walk you through how to make those tags and make a really cool tagging template like the one that I just had up previously. Okay, I'm gonna go, let's see what questions we have. Okay, what is the difference between a button and a tag? So let me open up that tagging template again. Okay, so the button here, that is what you would name your hotkey, basically. So you can assign your hotkeys. So say it's, for these, you could do an auto clip, which is, that is an automated amount of time that a clip runs for. So like on your field goals made, you usually know how much time that takes. So you would create your auto clip, assign your hotkey to it. Say you wanted to do a right arrow hotkey, you could assign that. So when you're in the tagging mode, all you would have to do is press that hotkey, and it would automatically tag that clip with that play call that you entered for that tag. Okay. Yeah, I just saw, can you use hotkeys for tagging? So yes, sorry, I just saw that. All right. Well, Jimmy, I'm going to hand it back over to you. I don't see any other questions coming in, so.
Awesome, I appreciate that. Here. And I'll go back to FastScout. We did have one more question here that I saw. Will this be available for staffs, or how does that work? Yes, this FastScout web platform is available as it's a staff resource. So everybody will get their own login information, which is, it'll be an email address and password, but you'll all log into the same account. So as one coach creates something, they're going to be able to see everything else other coaches create, and vice versa. So it's definitely designed, more for staff performances. And we'll make sure to the person who asked that question, we'll make sure to reach out individually to you about that specific thing. All right. Cool. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for taking the time today to join us. I apologize if we didn't get to your question, but we definitely tried to get to as many as we possibly could. I hope you found it informative about, the ways that this all integrates. We'll definitely have some more of these over the course of the summer, hopefully showing a few other features as well, as we develop them too. Because as I mentioned before, we're building on the momentum we got from year one with this awesome partnership. with Synergy. So we'll continue to build out awesome practices that you'll be able to use, in all of your pregame preparation. So thank you again for joining.